What's going on, everybody? This is Clark Beckham. We have a lot to go through. This is the first episode of Hollywood Week. Let's get to it. This is the Auto Breakdown.
Now I know this may seem crazy, babe, but I hope you feel no pressure.
So they split it up into three categories: confidence, songwriting, and stage presence, which I don't quite understand. I mean, it doesn't change any of the song choices. I guess it changes what you're focused on. Maybe it's just an opportunity for American Idol to talk about different things or have specialists in, which they did. They had great people. I don't know if, as a contestant, if you pick what you're actually weakest at, because then you're just showing people what your weakness is, and typically in these moments, you want to show your strength. We also have three people that were up for a fourth platinum ticket that apparently we all voted for in the AMAs. I didn't do that. I had no idea about it. Between Elijah, Hayden, and Matt Wilson, Elijah McCormick is the one who got it. I think that's the right person. Love all three of those people. First, we have Nutsa.
'Cause I surrender everything to feel the chance to live again.
Man, she dialed it in and really let her voice shine. This was the best case scenario for her. She showed us before she had a voice. It was just, all of it was just turned up too hot, Katie said. And they really dialed it down for her in a good way. I think Justin Guarani was the one working with her. He did a great job. She's also got mad stamina, because that song goes up there and stays up there. It's one thing to sing big high notes. It's another thing when the melody is living in the stratosphere and you're staying up there for a long time. She did that really, really, really well. Colin Stough.
Is this too far gone?
Colin is the raw, good old country boy American Idol prototype. He is the closest thing to Noah Thompson they've ever had. He's honestly might be more Noah Thompson than Noah Thompson is himself. He's never been on a stage before. He looked at a chandelier and was like, man, this chandelier has more lights than my whole house. Like, you can't make this up. It's perfect. On top of all of that, he has an unbelievable voice, and not just a great voice, but knows how to use it, and the style and the juice that he puts on every note he sings is so good. It's so tasteful. So many times when people have a singing voice that's very different than their speaking voice, it's too much, or it's just a little odd, or it's not authentic. This dude knows exactly what he's doing. He's got character, fantastic dynamics, style, range, tone, pitch. He's got it all. This guy's I mean, if the same people from last year are watching and voting, I don't know how this guy doesn't win. Next, we have Sarah Beth. Oh boy. Well, when she was singing, I thought, great voice, showing the goods, but she seemed a little bit distracted. I wonder why she was distracted. So then right after she gets done singing, or at least that's what the edit made it look like, she said, this is actually going to be my last time performing because I have kids and they need me, so I'm going to go. And then kind of runs off stage, keeping that tee-hee, oh shucks, ha-ha attitude that she brought us in the audition. This is not okay. There are a lot of people that would have died, would have killed for this position, and she took it. Now, I get she's a mom, she misses her kids. That's great. You should have thought of that before auditioning for American Idol. Especially before going to Hollywood Week. Because think about this. I find it hard to believe, not that she was trying to make it sound like this or claim this, but I find it hard to believe that she decided she wanted to go home once she got to Hollywood. I don't know how this wasn't premeditated. And if you premeditated, try not to be too harsh, but how dare you move forward and take someone's spot? Most of the times when a contestant can't make it They're like, you know what, I'm dropping out. They'll put someone else in their spot who wanted it. But instead, she goes on a free trip to LA, sings really well, and then goes, nah, I'm not into it. This was the judge's fear when she said, you know, when Katie said, is this your dream? She's like, I don't know. Maybe. And Katie was not into it. Surprisingly, Katie really fought for her. Brought her out and said straight up, do not leave. I understand it's easier to leave and to be rejected, which, oof, there's counselor therapy Katie coming in. When therapy Katie comes in, it's powerful. And then she was quoted saying, well, I feel like I'm not going to win anyway, so I might as well go home. My honest thought, then get the heck out of there. She said, I feel like I'm not cut out for show business. You're absolutely right. Anyone who really thinks that and wonders that, especially in this stage of American Idol, this stage of opportunity, is right. And there's nothing wrong with that. When there is something wrong with that is when you take someone else's spot, go all the way to Hollywood, tee-hee yourself on and off of stage, sing, and then just leave and be like, I miss my kids. It's irresponsible. It's irresponsible. It's a huge opportunity. I'm not okay with it. I've been a fan of hers and been just trying to ride the wave, and that actually genuinely made me pretty upset. Now, I don't know all the facts. But if things are as they appear, this was not okay. Not okay. Let's move on. Mary Beth Bird.
Coming home. The grass, trees, and dew. How I just hate you. Oh, please turn those headlights around. Please turn those headlights around.
Oh dear Lord. Whoa. So she started singing and I was like, yeah, this is nice. Tone's nice. Everything's going, yeah, okay. Well, then an explosion of a voice. I didn't know she could do that. And she had an unbelievable audition. Huge notes, rasp, big range, everything. Just blew me away. Showed that she's, I think, a top 5 vocalist in the show. Zachariah Smith.
Fortunate feeling, but someday you'll pay.
I really want his stage presence. He was giving us like the mug, stank face, some little neck movement, just walking kind of like sprawling out on stage. Not sprawling probably means laying down, but just like, I don't know, creeping around the mic stand and just oozing confidence that I would love to have. And then on top of that, he's got a really good voice, a ton of power, and a lot of great control. He's one of the most powerful singers of the guys on the show. Hannah.
Going through the motions again.
Hannah is connected to the songs that she sings in such a way that I try to get myself to be every time I sing. Every time I sing, I'm trying to sing like I'm watching Hannah sing. Every note comes right from the heart. It's so authentic, so emotionally connected, gorgeous tone and control. She's someone I could listen to forever. Wayani.
Prioritizing doesn't seem to be your strong suit. If it was you, I bet that you would know what to do.
Every year there's somebody that I just don't understand quite the hype. I think I'm alone in this one with Wayani. I think everyone loves her. Again, she got second place on The Voice. So she has to be a monster. I know she is. The facts are clear. The evidence supports she's a monster. Everyone loves her on Groove Crew. Everyone loves her on the comments. But I think it's a personal problem. I don't get it. I thought her song, thought she had great stage presence. I thought she picked stage presence because she knew that it was her strength, which I don't even know how to pick that category, so that's fine. But I thought the meat of her song was in the middle of her range, but the way she sang in the middle of her range was kind of hollow, almost falsetto-y, with some movement and vibrato, even though the notes were very staccato, which means quick, like bop, 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 bop. But with that vibrato, it made the control a little wonky for me, and I didn't get it. What I mean by hollow is like, I'm talking right now way up here. I'm singing right up here in the front of the mask. And then I'm kind of talking back here, kind of like, what's that cartoon character? But just, oh, like a yawn. Oh, here it comes. If you didn't yawn just now, then that means you have no empathy for me. That was the tone I was getting, and I just wasn't into it. Her big notes sounded yelly to me. She's good. Don't get me wrong. She's good. I'm just not buying into all the hype that everyone else is giving her. Next is Olivia.
How will I know? How will I know? How will I know?
Whoa. So they show Olivia as an example of a contestant that might make the platinum ticket holders nervous. Yeah, I'd take it personal if I was Olivia, being that good and not being considered for a platinum ticket. And it seems like she took it personal. Oh my gosh. We have some stupid good singers on this season. And we saw a lot of them. We didn't even see all of them. We didn't see PJ, but we saw Olivia. Showed us that it wasn't just a one-hit wonder in the audition. Runs, range, tone, delivery, stage presence. Oh my gosh, she's a killer. I hope the next time we see her sing, we get some more of that than just a little short clip. Kyra.
Black hole sun, won't you come? And my eyes indisposed.
Kyra is a master at two completely different dynamics, two completely different ends of the spectrum. The soft, creepy, sweet, ooey gooey goodness that she shows in the beginning, the and then the big belting rasp stuff. She is a master at both of those things, which just sets her up for soul crushing. That's exactly what she does. She was a little rounded on the runs though. Little bit of the soft, child-safe stairs rather than the sharp edge stairs in a run. So maybe I wasn't wrong about that last critique last week about her. She's so good. I wish that she would not show us things that she can't do super well. I wish she would focus on the things she can do, which are a lot, and they're as good as anybody on the show. And just the ability to be so good, soft and loud. You just have the perfect formula to crush people with those dynamics in a song every single time. And I think she's going to continue to do that. She's one of my favorites. Lyric. Smacked her mouth with the mic. Can't tell you how many times I've done that. Live, just right in front of the audience. You just have to pretend that it didn't happen. And it can hurt. Her lip started bleeding. That stinks. Happens to the best of us. Confused about song choice. It's very, I think it might be straight from a Broadway musical. It's very theatrical, not in a good way, not for an idol thing. I'm a little nervous that she was chasing the judge's remarks and her comments about just the stage presence and the, come on girl, let's get it, like go for it. And then did that instead of a song that she thinks she sounds the best on. My advice to all singers that go on American Idol that I do lessons with, that I talk to, always pick the song that makes your voice sound the best. I don't care if it's a cover that's done all the time. I don't care if it's an original, if it's something that nobody knows, if it's something that everybody knows. Just whatever makes your voice sound best is what you should sing every single time. I'm afraid that she chased the judges' comments and did something that she thought it was exactly what they were asking, but they weren't. And because she was wrong about what they were asking, now she's sitting at home, which is not ideal. She did have some nice big notes. She's got a good voice. She has a good voice. Paige.
With your river of love, I believe you make me want to sing.
I talked about Paige being a sleeper, maybe someone really good, and I liked her a lot. And this, I thought she missed quite a bit, unfortunately. She's got the tools. She just got to put it all together. The producers obviously believe in her because they're showing her a lot. So she's probably continuing through, and we're probably going to hear a lot more from her. I just hope she puts it all together and kills it. Michaela, really strong. She didn't make it through, which surprised me. But when Lionel said later in the show, we're looking for people who in the first 3 seconds they're singing, we know who it is, it's unique, and it's strong. Michaela's a very good singer. Actually met her mom and sisters, what's today, Sunday? Yesterday. Wow, that was yesterday. Yesterday. Very nice. And Michaela and her mom look exactly the same. Spitting image. Really strong, didn't make it through. I think it's just because there wasn't any super unique thing. She's just a really good singer. Haven.
If you left without goodbye, you would have missed the tears I'd cry. That you would never know how I needed you.
Whew. I cried real tears in the members live stream watch party that I did. I legitimately spent most of the commercial break trying not to absolutely lose it. Last time I talked about Haven, I think it was the first episode, and I said maybe she'll be better in a couple years. She's good, but she'll be better. I retract that statement. She's ready to go. Ready to go. This song, man, when she talked about her brother dealing with depression and having suicidal thoughts, and her parents taking shifts to stay up with him to make sure he was okay. And then she said that she wrote this song as her last attempt to convince him to stick around. Oof, that's heavy. And then one of the lines was, if you left without saying goodbye, you'd never see the tears I'd cried, and you'd never know that I still needed you. Oh my goodness. Big tears. And it's not just because the song resonated and I love the story and I think she's ready to go. I think she's ready to go because the song was good. She's an artist. She's a songwriter. She's shown us multiple songs now. And her voice was great. Super strong. Sounds super developed. And I do want to say this one other thing about the material. It's very possible, we don't know, but it's very possible that that song saved her brother's life. And that he's still around and we get to see him on FaceTime because of Haven. And that's very special. Very glad we got to see that. Matt Wilson.
Storm will come. This we know for sure. This we know for sure.
Great song choice. This is one of the all-time soulful songs, one of the greatest melodies ever. And I'm surprised no one does it. Can You Stand the Rain? There are some really nice moments where he did some really cool stuff. I didn't get as much from him as I thought I would, as I wanted. But he still did really well. I think he's got to show out a lot more to stay with the show. Oliver.
I see my Sarah, broken halos, folded wings that used to fly.
Man, the way he holds out notes and just pushes down on the rasp soul gas pedal that he has just full access to. And there were a couple notes. It was like a 4 where it turned, instead of like 4, it turned into like 4, and just brought out that vowel with the rasp. He did the same thing with very Chris Stapleton, like with the vowel I maybe, and just makes it really wide, go from a tall vowel, I, and just makes it wide. Add the rasp and the soul and the feeling, and you have Oliver Steele, and you have one of the best vocals still of the show. I could listen to him forever. Then Katie gives the most just unapologetically corny, uncreative way to try to trick people into saying they're going home. She said, "You probably won't like what we're about to tell you. That's 'cause you're gonna love what we're about to tell you. You're going through." It's like, oh, boo. Surely someone could have written something that was better than that. Fire. Right when she started singing, I was like, oh, okay. Really nice low notes, nice low range. When she started to belt, it was more of the same for me as the other auditions. Still isn't making it happen for me vocally. I think she's missing and a little pitchy on those big notes, but she did show us some stuff that was new, at least in her low range. She makes it through. I was surprised. I was surprised by that. I understand that there's a lot going for her. Her likability is huge. I hate talking bad about her. It's not like I'm talking bad about her. I hate saying any critique over her because I like her so much, which speaks to her likability and her story and her vulnerability that she shows. And the moment with Clay was really nice. Lucy Love.
Warm embrace to make you feel my love.
So church, in a good way. So church. She just knows how to blow the roof off in that church gospel style. Now, that being said, there was a small disconnect for me. She felt emotional, like she was crying and had moments where she gave the emotional face as she sang. But for me, her runs, as many as there were, and as good as a lot of them were, weren't emotionally connected. Now, I said that in the live watch party, members only thing for the Groove Crew. By the way, if you want to participate in that, it's $5 a month, and you can just watch a live stream. We can watch the show together, talk during the commercial breaks. You can hit the join button at the bottom right hand of this video, or go to my channel. You gotta be on your computer though. So when we were on the live stream, I mentioned that, and one of our Groove Crew members, Aaron, was like, "What do you mean if she's connected emotionally? But how can she be connected emotionally, but her runs aren't connected emotionally if she's emotional when she's singing them?" Which is a great question. This is what I mean. You can sing emotionally connected, like "To Make You Feel My Love" is a song she sang. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case. It's a plea. It's a sweet moment. And then the chorus is big. You can still run, but if your runs are like, when the rain is blowing in your face, yeah, and the whole world is on your case, I'm not feeling connected. I'm feeling, woo, sing, church, okay. I'm not feeling the emotion of the song. Now you could go, when the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case. There are ways to do runs that feel emotionally connected to the song. And she didn't do those for me. That was my small disconnect. There was a moment where it's a classic American Idol camera thing. The Steadicam guy goes on the stage, goes around, and he just goes around, and then the contestant's like singing, "When the rain is blowing in your face," and they just follow it, and eventually they disconnect, and then they change shots. You, as a contestant, you know it's coming, and you never know when to break eye contact. I remember when I was on, and he came, I think his name was Freddie. Yes, Freddie the Steady Cam. So, Steady Freddie, that was it. He would come, I'm like, here I go, connect. And as soon as he got up to about 2 o'clock, I'd be out. But she just follows him all the way around, which was just funny to me, because you never really know when to stop looking at good old Steady Freddie. Mariah.
I guess my heart ain't worth it anymore.
Love Mariah. I thought 25% of this performance was fire. 50% was good, fine. And then the other 25% was, I thought she had some moments that weren't great. They were either pitchy or yelly or just vocally disconnected. Not necessarily emotionally disconnected, but just vocally was missing a little bit. Trey from Santa Fe. This guy is lovable. Not likable, lovable. Just a good old boy. Someone you want to be around. Vocally, he did well, but I actually thought it was a little lacking in the power that it needs to be. There are so many monster singers. I want to hear more from him, and I wonder if he's got the horsepower for it. Emma Bussey.
How could you do this to me?
I dare you to tell me that was theater. She heard all this, oh, get the theater out of you. Watch your vibrato. What's this? She's like, do you not understand that I'm a bona fide killer? She just decimated any thought of, oh yeah, the theater singer, who's a good singer, but they're just a little theatery. I'm so happy that this is the last time I will ever have to mention that, because after that, nobody is thinking of her as the theater girl. Nobody. The falsetto and then belting back and forth thing was so nasty, so impressive. Her runs, her control, her choices. Yes, she can sing big. Yes, she can sing runs. She can do falsetto. She has control. She has range. She has tone. But the choices were so cool and unique. And she kept doing stuff. And it was never too much for me. Never too much. That's one of the performances I'm just gonna go back and listen to more. I'm a big Emma Bussey fan. Yo, after this ends, I'm doing a live stream. It's an open Q&A. It's for anybody who wants to do it. But it's right after the premiere ends. So if you want to do that live stream with me, the open Q&A, then you're gonna have to watch the premiere, which is really fun because we all watch it together. Last time we had like 450 people watching. I would love to see that number get bigger. I'm in the chat. Oliver Steele was in the chat. He's a Groove Crew member, which is pretty cool. Ashley Tankard is a member. She's usually in the premieres talking it up. Megan Danielle.
And though the sun shines, he see nothing at all. But then I hear your sweet voice. It's coming and going, yeah.
Oh, whoa, that's not who I remember. I don't remember her like that. I didn't know she could sing like that. One of the best vocals of the night. One of the best vocals of the whole season. shocked. I did not know she could do that. And then just, not to be like this, but just the cherry on top with the emotion and crying at the end and not able to finish. I know, like, you know, oh, you didn't sing very well because you were crying, but that's just the extra special stuff. Freaked me out, blew me away. Dawson Wayne.
Took the rain away, and what was happy now is gone.
I think he's new. I don't remember his audition. Really pretty voice, really pretty tone, really pretty song. Kaya Monet. She sang You're Gonna Love Me, one of my all-time favorite songs and favorite performances, maybe favorite performance, vocal performance ever, is Jennifer Holliday singing this. She hit every note, nailed it. Vocally did not miss anything. For some reason, just wasn't getting me. I don't know if it's because she did a Jennifer Holliday impression and I'm just thinking of the original Jennifer Holliday, and it's just, you can't, I've never heard anybody sing like that. You can't copy that. Maybe she needed to make it different, her own, I don't know. And maybe I'm alone in this. Maybe everyone's losing their minds, but I, for some reason, just wasn't into it. Ian.
Turn down the light, turn down the bed.
We've learned that Ian is not a one-hit wonder that had a great audition with a great story and a perfect song. We learned that he is a bona fide artist, and I want his acoustic album now. If he writes songs, it's over for everybody. This dude has such unique taste in the way he sings. Even the melody and chord changes that he did for I Can't Make You Love Me was so cool, so artistic. And his tone, this guy's got something very special. This isn't just, wow, he sounds good. He along with Emma, he makes great choices. Yeah, I'm ready for his album right now. We're not gonna do a judge rating because they didn't do much. We're gonna do a talent rating though. It's gonna be an A+. A+++++. This is one of the best seasons I've ever seen when it comes to just flat-footed monster singers. Also, I made a top 10 and here they are. Now this is my top 10. This is as if this was a competition for Clark's favorite singer. Now this will shift and change. It already shifted. I actually had to redo the graphic after I heard freaking Mary Beth Bird and Emma and a couple others. But this top 10 will shift around. Each episode it'll change probably. So keep an eye out for that. Okay, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're doing this again. They're doing 2 episodes a weekend now, Sunday and Monday. So this will premiere 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central Time. Okay, it'll always be the day after the show, American Idol show. I'll see you then.
Hi, I'm Clark Beckham,